welcome to this week's class on a Saturday, which is the Eden's Garden class. Thank you for joining me. This class will be filmed in two parts. I'm going to make 2 cards in the first video and then 2 cards in the second video. Now, if you've signed up for this class, I'm a little bit thin on the ground for this class this week. But if you're crafting along, if you've purchased my parcel in the post, then you can make these cards today. I should be on the chat for most of the class. I do have to drive across to my office at some point, maybe during the class. So if I'm not on the chat, that is why. But you can pause this video, you can rewind, you can start again, you can pause and go for a break, answer the door, put your tumble drying in, whatever. So I'm going to go through the pack that I have sent out, show you the cards, and then we can do some crafting. Okay, so we're only really using 2 colours really today. Let me just go through this. So we have a metre of the lovely gold ribbon and some die cuts. Now these may need popping out. I've cut them out, but I might not have popped all the little parts out. So you've got some die cuts from the Eden dies. Now you have got some different, these aren't the Eden garden gems, because I didn't have enough, I realised, and then I got these. These are actually the ones from last year's Christmas, but they're still carried over, and I realised that they actually go really well, even though they're supposed to be balmy blue. They go really well with this sweet, so you've got a nice stash of those. A few die cuts. These 2 are for the first 2 cards we're going to do, and then you have 3 others, because you have you will be able to do a bonus card that is similar to one of the cards. Okay, so some more die cuts, and then we have 3 standard size envelopes and a large envelope, and then you have 2 sheets of Evening Evergreen, 2 sheets of Soft Succulent, and 1 sheet of Basic White. Okay, so for the first card, we are just going to take, well, the first 2 cards, 1 piece of Soft Succulent and the white card. You also need the Eden's Garden papers too. Okay, I'm just checking that I'm filming and everything is okay. Yeah, right. So let me share the cards with you that we're going to make. We're going to do my signature card today, and we're going to do this card too. You don't have to do the ribbon on that one if you don't want to. Well, on either of them, really, you don't have to. So we are going to take our trimmer, and I'm going to do my scoring first, which means I only have to score once. I'm going to pop my A4 card in landscape, and I'm going to score it at 14.8. So that's scoring and not cutting. And then I'm going to turn it round, flip it round, and cut it at 10.5. And then I have 2 tent fold card bases like that. While I am there, I'm also going to cut this piece of white for around the edge, and I'm going to cut that at 8.5 centimetres. So I'm putting it in portrait, 8.5 centimetres, oops, by 12.8. Okay, there we go. Should we cut our papers while we've got the trimmer out? Now I've already, we'll do this card first, but I've already cut out my papers because I just thought you don't want to sit and watch me cutting these out. So this could be a moment where you pause my video and you get this cutting done. But these are 3 centimetres square. You can use either side, Some of them have got lovely gold foiling on, and you need 12 of those. So I've already done that. And then for these pieces, you need 3 strips that are 2.5 centimetres by 12.3. So it's really good for using up our scraps. So I'm going to cut this at 12.3 and I'm going to do it at 2.5. And I like to use this side of the trimmer when I'm doing a small, short measurement. 12.3, yep. 2.5 by 12.3. I think I'll use this one. Let's see what size that is. Well, let me cut the 2.5 off first. And cut that down to 12.3. So these are just warm-up cards to get you using the papers, yeah. And seeing how lovely they are, because when you've got papers this gorgeous, you don't really need to do a lot with them. Or you don't really need to do much of anything else, I suppose that's what I could say. 12.3, so 3 strips that are 2.5 by 12.3. So we've got those for later, and then we've done all our cutting. So we'll put those there with that, and we need that for that, yeah. We'll put that to one side. Okay, so let's make my Julie's signature patchwork card, and it is a 10-fold. You might want to do it that way, and you could have your ribbon going the other way, but I'm going to do mine portrait, and I'm going to open my card and lay it out flat like that. Okay, and I think I've cut more than 12 actually. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pop them on, and you have like a little border all the way around, which is about 3 millimeters, say. And I'm going to play about with this because I put them in place and then change my mind. What I don't like to have is too many patterns too close to each other. So these are quite heavily patterned. Where are my scissors? I like to use my scissors to sort of move them. And I don't like to have the same pattern in the same column or row as well. Not that I'm particular, but you know. So we'll just pop them in. And always check the other side as well. Oh, I've not used that one yet. Okay. I'm fairly happy with that, I think. Might be best moving that around. We'll leave it. We'll leave it. Let's not faff about for too long with that. So I'm just going to grab my glue now. So what I do is I leave these on. I'm fairly happy. No, I'm not fairly happy. Look at that. You will have a gap. So width-wise, you fit the 3 on going across perfectly. Then you have this gap. So this is where our ribbon goes, you see. You could actually have the gap at the top if you wanted. So you could have one row and then the gap. And I'm just using our multi-purpose glue because it gives me a little bit of wiggle room. I've got a little bit that's squidged out there. I've made a right mess of that, Julie. Okay, right. So I'm going to glue these on. I've done this card, and I apologise, with so many designs, with so many sweets, and it just seems to work with lots of them. Again, I've got a little bit of glue there. So I'm just doing each row, going across, picking one off, gluing it on. Like that. Might be best standing up for this, you know. There we go. There we have our little patchwork design. So what I'm going to do for this label, this is from the seasonal labels dies. Now I have used the Eden's Garden stamps for this. They are like sort of silhouette, sort of shady background stamps. Oh, I've not cleaned that. That's a bit naughty of me. So I'm going to do sending hugs because we all could use a hug sometimes, couldn't we? So let's give these stamps a bit of a clean before we use them. I'm a bit naughty for doing this, for not doing this even. There we go, we have nice clean and dry stamps now. Washed and dried. The quickest and easiest washer dryer and the cheapest washer dryer that you'll ever have. Okay, so we don't need our mat for this because it's a red rubber stamp. I'm going to use soft succulent. I'm going to have a practice on here. What I might do, I might actually stamp off a little bit gently and just do a portion of it on the label. Oops, it's stuck like that. And it has this little edging, just so it's like in the background, it's quite discreet. And then I'm going to take the Evening Evergreen. So obviously that's a little bit darker. And I'm going to, oh look, I got that so straight on that line. Quite impressed with myself there. Ah, look, I've got some ghost in there, so just have to be gentle with my stamping and not rock. And that's all right. I'm happy with that. Just check your fingers when you've used these dark green ink pads. And now it's ribbon time. So I'm going to tie it upside down, and I want my bow, when it's upside down, I want my bow to be over here to the left. Because when I turn it the right way, it will be at the right hand side. Now I don't know where my decent scissors are. I should have got them out before I started filming, Julie. So I've only got my ones that I use for paper. Oh, how delightful. Got a little bow there. Let me see if I can find my scissors. Oh, I found them. I'm just going to trim that there. Not much wastage there. And that there. And then this is going to pop on there like that. Yeah. With some foam pads. I might just squidge that over. There we go. With some foam pads or dimensionals. Just maybe 2 at the bottom, 2 at the top. And then they're going to go on there like that. Okay, that's going to go on there. And then I've got these lovely gems. And I think I'll just use 3 of the smaller ones. Whoopsie. I don't know where to put this one. Let's just go there. Okay. Didn't position those particularly well, but never mind. So there's the first card on this first video. Signature card. Really good for using up your scraps. There we have it. And I really love those gems that they match with the balmy blue ones, and they match. In fact, I'll show you where they are in the catalogue. They're actually these ones here, the blue adhesive pack gems. It says the balmy blue and night of navy. They're supposed to be night of navy, but I think they look great with this. So there we go. That's the first card done. We've already got, well, I have the stuff cut out for the second card, which is going to be this one. So you should have your measurements already, but if you didn't catch that from the earlier mention, this is 8.5 by 12.8 and the strips are 2.5 by 12.3. And what I am going to do is we're going to have the lighter two on the outside edges and the other two, not the other two, the darker one in the middle. Like that. So I'll just glue these on. And then do that one. There, so we've got a nice panel background, and that's going to glue onto our card there. And we're going to use this larger die cut there. Now if you don't want to have the ribbon, I might actually leave the ribbon off this one. You should have it plenty. You would have enough to tie around in a bow, but I think I'm going to leave the ribbon off this one. All I did for, if you do want to put it, is loop it, pop it in a loop like that. Hang on, not like that, like that. Okay, and then I just trapped it behind with some foam pads. So if you want to do the ribbon, you can do, but I'm going to make it easy for myself. There we go. So that's the background done. And then we need to stamp this. Same thing. You could do send in hugs. You know what I might do? I might not do a huggy one. I actually teamed this up with the Biggest Wish stamp set, which works really nice, which is this one. I don't know if that would fit in, so I might have a try with it actually and have a go. This is the stamp set that I'm using in the next round of coffee and cards starting on the 21st of December. So I think I'll use this one because I've now got 3 sort of get well cards, and I might be better off with a happy birthday. So, oh, it does fit in there nice, doesn't it? So let's stamp that in Soft Succulent, the birthday. Looks clean. And last time I stamped this, I got a little blob on it. Don't think I have there. I'm just gonna pop that in there. Happy with that. Happy with that. Birthday. And then I'm going to take the Evening Evergreen for the happy. And I'm going to, you can see I'm using a mat here as well because it's a photopolymer stamp set. And I'm going to pop that there, I think. There we go. Could actually put that across the middle. That would be quite nice. So that's a little alternative one for you. If you got the parcel in the post from me, this is a nice quick card you could make. You could pop some gems on there, maybe, or maybe that might be a bit too much. Anyway, we can leave it like that. So we've got the first couple of cards done. As I say, these are the warm-up cards just to get you in the crafty zone. The next couple of cards are a little bit trickier. There's a bit of scoring involved, but not too much. So I know I've probably gone fairly quickly there. We've only been half an hour and made 2 cards, so it should be about 11 now. I will pop the other video up at 11:30 and we shall reconvene at 11:30 and make the next 2 cards, or 3 if you want to do a bonus card. Okay, I will see you back at 11:30 if you're watching live on Saturday the 27th. If not, then you can just skip to the next video on my channel. Thank you. Bye.